You know, that's what you know about me. Alright, we're done. You know that I've played in a band and I play bass guitar. So now we'll talk about how I came to learning the bass guitar, because that's really the only significant story I have. So my father was a bassist and a vocalist in a band, and when I was little I thought that was the coolest, like, thing in the world, and I wanted to do that. I wanted to be my dad. And so through my years, like, he gave me a bass guitar, and I never really picked it up. I always had one in my room, and I never really felt the need to play it. Like, I would kind of just fiddle around with it or whatever, but I never really went into learning bass guitar. And then my uncle one year, who plays guitar and was in a band when he was younger or whatever, he got me a bass guitar and actually tried teaching me a little bit to Green Day, which was one of my favorite bands at the time. So thanks, Green Day. Probably one of the reasons that I started playing music, but that's giving you way too much credit, because there's only one man that I thank for playing music, and that's Pete Wentz. So now let me explain. My friends for a long time, like, wanted to make a band, and I had a bass guitar, so usually I was the bassist. But my friend and I, he messaged me on MySpace. Remember if that were a thing? If you're too young to remember it, then you probably shouldn't be watching this. He messaged me and he's like, let's put together a band. He's like, so and so will play drums, Tucker will play guitar, I'll play bass, fuck you, you play guitar. So I was like, okay, well, I just got told to fuck you, I guess I'm playing guitar. So around this time, I was listening to Fall Out Boy and really getting into him, because I stopped caring about what my friends would say about my musical taste. I was like, you know, fuck them. They're gonna make fun of me for liking Fall Out Boy. I don't give a shit. So I started really getting into him, and I just thought Pete Wentz was the coolest fucking dude. I was like, this dude's rocking eyeliner. Fucking love that about him. He's playing bass guitar. He's jumping around. He's like got like a I don't give a fuck attitude. I was like, I love this dude. So I started watching interviews, and Pete talked about that basically he started playing bass because it was so easy initially to just be decent at it, and that anybody could really do it, and that really inspired me. He's like, if I could do it, anybody could do it. So that really inspired me. So I picked up my bass. That was the one that my uncle had given me, and I started learning Fall Out Boy songs. The first song I ever learned was Dance Dance, and to this day I still know how to play it. And that's how I learned bass guitar. And then after that, I told my friend, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna play bass in the band because you're not really doing shit. And me and Tucker started forming a band together, and since then I've always played bass pretty much for the longest time. Yeah, and now the only bass guitar I own anymore is actually a Pete Wentz signature bass that I got like half off because it was a floor model, and I absolutely adore it. It's been my dream to own this bass for years now, ever since I became a hardcore fan of Fall Out Boy or whatever. So yeah, single-handedly, Pete Wentz is my idol and my just number one reason that I ever got into playing music.